Om Shanti. Welcome to this episode of Reconnecting to Your Inner Net. This weekend, we have taken topic correcting without hurting. And actually, this topic is nicely demanded from everyone. And when we talk about correcting without hurting, it is sounding like very theoretical. Sister, how is it possible? Whenever we have taken this thing so granted that when you will correct somebody, the other person will finally get hurt. You need to correct and the person will get hurt. And we have taken it, okay, fine, this will happen. And we think like this will happen. We keep going on and on like that. I got inspired for this topic because of one of our senior sisters in organization Brahma Kumaris. She was one of the beginning administrative heads. She was Didi Manmohini. And I will really like to quote about her here in this chapter. She was a person who was nicely strict all the time. She was a person to give good corrections to everyone. She was a person, this is, she was our means administration since 1969 to 1983. Administrative head was Dadi Prakash Mani, and she was one of the person to help her in that. She had equal rights of administration. So Dadi Prakash Mani was a very cool, calm, composed person. She thinks number of time before giving a correction. She used to take a lot of care that if I am correcting somebody, that person should not get like hurt or something. She think 10 times before telling anything to anyone. She used to think, okay, how he or she will take it. But Didi Manmohini, she was very straightforward. She used to give corrections there on the spot, and she used to use strong words for correcting people. The problem was Didi Manmohini was more popular than Dadi Prakashmani. Didi Manmohini was adorable among people than Dadi Prakashmani. So Dadi Prakashmani, she asked this question to Didi Manmohini that I think 10 times before saying a word, a one strong word to somebody, I take a lot of care inside myself before saying one small word to anybody for correction. And I saw you correcting people very, I should not say bluntly, but on the spot, very strong. And yet I have found people love you more than me. So what's the reason behind? And Didi Manmohini, she just smiled. She said, I will tell you some other day. And no, Dadi Prakashmani was headstrong to work on this subject. And she was very observative. Mana Didi Manmohini was a tough, disciplined person. Dadi Prakashmani was disciplined person also, but she was like sugar coated disciplined person. She will take care of your feelings, very motherly, very means careful person. So once Didi Manmohini said to Dadi Prakashmani that, you know, there is something inside us which is trying to correct the other person. Actually, you people see only my words that how I am correcting. And that is why you think that I am correcting them with some strong words, or I am correcting them means on the moment, whenever there is a fault, I am correcting them. And you think people will get hurt, but they didn't. Why? Because although these words are strong, there is something I am transferring from here, which is making this correction fruitful and yet not hurting to others. This session is based for this words and this what that Didi Manmohini was talking about. Hopefully these 2 days will be able to understand the correction methods which we used to do all the time. Most of time, I think you people also have this experience that many a time it's so happen that we give corrections and people get hurt out of it. When people get hurt, in fact, we also feel bad. And then sometimes we feel, ah, better not to correct anybody because they are feeling bad about it. Better I keep myself like that. Let them do what they want to do. Let them get harm and then learn why I have given correction and they are getting hurt. If somebody getting hurt because of me, we also don't feel good about it. Now, going into this session, going into this topic, correcting without hurting, let us understand the process of hurting first, because the process of correction is very long. So we have to go really deep in that. So let us understand the process of hurting. Now, hurt means hurting or get hurt means bad feelings, sense of rejection, sense of, not acceptance, sense of like revolt, sense of I don't like you, I didn't like it. So, all these feelings are called hurt. Person who gets hurt, there are two aspects. Depending of that, a person get hurt. One, person is very sensitive, and that is why they get hurt. Two, the method of correction was very hard, harsh, and that is why that person got hurt. And now the beautiful part of it is I give correction to somebody and that person get hurt, or somebody gives correction to me, I get hurt. No matter I get corrected or not, sometimes we get ourselves corrected, but still I am feeling that hurt in myself, feeling of pain of hurting myself. Now, what happens, the beautiful psychology goes on in both the parties. The person who get hurt, that person thinks the other person who has given correction, that person doesn't know how to correct. He is a bad word, bad means he is using bad words, and that is why I am getting hurt. So it's not my fault. I am good, but because he has used bad words, I am hurt. So the person who is hurt think blame goes to correcting person who has corrected, and the person who corrected somebody else, that person thinks I was so correct, but he or she is very sensitive, oversensitive, and that is why they got hurt. So it's not my fault. They should not be that sensitive. See, this is a working field. We should be little. sensible, not sensitive. And this person is very sensitive. That is why this person is getting hurt. I am not hurting. And both of them think, both of them create a blame on others' head, and they become free from that feeling of hurting other person. And that is why we feel like I am right, the other person is wrong. But finally, that pain of hurt goes on. It not just giving pain to the person who got corrected or the person who got hurted. If the other person getting hurt, the correcting person also feel a guilt about it. I shouldn't have told. They are grown up. They should understand by themselves. Time will teach them. Why should I make my image bad? Why should I do this? And we feel little regret on my act of correcting others. Both the parties are generating negative feelings. Correction is with a purpose of positivity. Correction comes with a purpose to increase positivity, either in you or in me or in environment. Correction was to strengthen the person or the environment or the method, anything. But because of this negative feeling in both the parties, the correction becomes a painful procedure. And there sometimes we feel like better not to correct. Think for a moment, if the whole world left like that, nobody correcting nobody, how the world will become? Somebody has to take a charge to correct other person. Think for a moment how many times people corrected us since our childhood days till today. For every small thing, somebody corrects me. Most of the things I never get hurt, but some of things I get hurt. And those painful corrections, which I feel painful because I got hurt, I think this is not correct way of correcting. In Brahma Kumaris, when I came in association with this organization, I really want to share this one thing. This is out of this chapter, and this I wanted to share since long. We say Baba, Baba to God. We believe that God is my father. And as this organization coming from Sindh, Hyderabad, so in Sindh, Hyderabad, in the common language, father was means Baba means father. So anytime if I speak like Baba, that means incorporeal point of light, God the divine. I am referring God Father. So I just wanted to say, okay, in before coming in connection with Baba, that means before connection coming in direct connection with God the divine through Brahma Kumaris, I was also thinking like means hurting a person is totally blamed on me. That because either me or that part 100% responsible. Coming to this place, I came come to know, you know, God says you are responsible for 95% only. Rest 5% is actually that person's sanskaras. So I don't want to hurt you. I take all care for myself before correcting you or before speaking to you. I take all precautions, nice mentality. All my thoughts are good. Yet you are getting a little bit of hurt. That means it is somewhere in your sanskaras. So that means I just want to say this session is going to work only 95%. 100% we cannot hope for, and this is not possible. And if you are able to reach 95%, and that is final, don't go for 100% in this chapter. Okay, so that means we learned satisfying others, you work for 95% only. Rest 5% is dependent on their thinking. Now, coming to hurt, we understood. So that means if they are very sensitive, I think they get hurt because of sensitiveness. They think because of my rude behavior or tough words, they are getting hurt. So ball is actually swinging between two courts, for them, for them. Now, coming to that part of correction, correcting without hurting. We understood hurting, correcting, correction. Yeah, I don't like this word correction. Correction word itself, I think, is not correct. If you really replace this word correction with some new words, you will find a whole new horizon of getting your work done in a better way. Let's find some new words for corrections. It may be like support, it may be like informing, it may be like you can also speak if some words are there, it may be like um, informing, it may be like some new words like change, huh? Not transformation, caring. So correction, let us inspiring. So these are some new words which development we can find in place of correction. Because I personally feel correction is the word which comes from, this word itself is very egoistic. And why I am saying I have a good reason behind. The word correct itself is like ego filled, Why? Now tell me one thing. What are the things you feel like correct or incorrect? From where your definition of correct and incorrect starts? From where you count for right or wrong or anything? If you're saying something, this is correct or this is incorrect, from where we are coming inside that this is correct and incorrect. Now you are writing good answers, but again, I will not say it is incorrect or it is correct. If you ask my answer, I will say, I personally, I will say, correction is coming. We count corrections from myself, from myself. The basic from us, the basic correct method we sorry we keep a pseudo faith in us. I am perfect and I count every correction from myself. Say for example, I'll give you a small example. I clean my house daily once. Okay, I clean my house daily once, or I take a bath daily once. So I think this is normal. This is very normal. Somebody who cleans their house alternate day or 2 days later, we say you are dirty. House should be cleaned every day. Somebody cleans their house twice a day. Then we say he or she is a cleaning bug. He tried to clean the house all the time. And what is normal? Cleaning the house daily is normal. Why? Because I do this. Simple, very simple. We think we have a pseudo feeling that I am normal. I am very normal. Say, for example, I eat two chapatis and I am at the age of 40. So I will say, and I feel I am healthy. So I will say, anybody who is eating one chapati at the age of 40, I'll say, no, you eat very less. You should actually take care about of your diet. You should eat little more. And if somebody eating three chapatis of my age, I will say, oh, you eat very much. You eat more. From where this good and bad and less and more, right and wrong coming from? All these things coming from me. I feel what I do is normal and what people not doing or doing is abnormal. Correction, we think that correction, when their method, their thinking, their way of working, their act sync with that of mine, this is correct. If they are not able to sync with me, incorrect. Yes? Are you getting, are you agreed with me? I will request for some, if you are thinking, yes, it is going in a right way, all my corrections around me, it is starting from me. Think for a moment, yes or no, yes or no. Say, for example, very simple thing I am saying. If you are able to talk in English, you say English is very common these days. Who doesn't know English? Everybody talks English. If I talk Telugu, we say Telugu is very common these days. We have think I am very correct, and from here we start our ego. Correcting someone is coming from the core of your thinking. Now, here comes your purpose of corrections. Very important. I'm going to give you some questions. Somebody not able to sync with you, you feel they are incorrect. Remember, you are feeling they are incorrect. They may be correct from their side. You feel they are not correct. So, you want to give them corrections. Now, try to identify your purpose of giving correction. Remember, very important, purpose of giving correction. And this is the important answer for not hurting them. My purpose of giving correction, wholehearted, honest purpose of giving corrections. Very important. We will come back to this thing, purpose of giving corrections. Let us reflect. This chapter will go a little long. We have to understand few more things. I'm not saying that I am very correct in correcting people all the time, but still I am working on different aspects of this phenomena because I came to know all these things with Brahma Kumaris. So I started working on it. So that is what I want you to work with that. We are going to reflect some questions, and I hope you are sitting with a pen and paper. If you have a pen paper with you, I will request to write answers of these questions on paper. If not, if you doesn't have any pen paper, I'll request tomorrow to sit with paper and pen, but you can reflect these questions inside your mind and you keep answering these questions. Very short answered questions, but we are going in the flashback. What happened when I tried to correct people and why it got hurt? We are trying to draw a conclusion out of it. And then I will be telling you some universal understand, some spiritual concepts of correcting people. Ready? So sit straight. And I will always request all of you to use headphones when you sit for this session. So because all these sessions are very much meditation reflection dependent sessions, so more you are precise in listening, more you will be able to take benefit. Rest is your decision. So you will be getting questions on the screen. I'll go off the screen and you keep on reflecting these questions one by one. So just sit quietly, back straight, very relaxed. Need not to look at question right now. Just close your eyes. Keep yourself calm and composed. Breathe deeply 4 5 times. Relax your breathing. Very relaxed breathing. Unless and until you doesn't feel relaxed, don't open your eyes. Compose yourself. Slow down your energies. Relax your legs. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Visualize you are a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. Be sure you are composed. Now gently open your eyes. The first question. Remember those people and incidents when you were trying to correct someone and they got hurt. If you have pen and paper, write down those person's name and what correction you were trying to give. There may be three, four, five, any number. Take your time and write down. Okay. Now, out of these three, four, five incidents, choose one incident in your mind. You're going to work for this one incident. Choose one incident. Keep in your mind, and we will go to question number two. Now recollect What was your motive behind that correction? What you were thinking? Why you wanted to correct that person? Try to recollect that same situation. Try to recollect. Be very honest. Don't go for superficial motive. Don't say that I want to correct them for betterment of their life. No, actually, we had some motive inside. So just try to recollect what was your honest motive behind correcting that person who got hurt that time. It may be a positive or negative motive. Don't hesitate to write down. Just write it down. We will move on to question number 3. Now, did you feel good when the other person got hurt because of your correction? When you corrected that person, after some time you come to know that person is hurt because of you. Person is feeling bad because of you. So how did you find yourself? How did you feel that time when you come to know that person is hurt because of you? You can answer like good or bad. Just don't look anywhere. Be very focused on your feeling. Now, question number 4. Do you feel anywhere that person was oversensitive? Do you feel that your correction was very correct? You were using very nice method to correct that person. There was nothing wrong from your side. You were soft spoken, you were correcting, taking care and correcting, and still that person was oversensitive, and that is why they get hurt. If your answer is yes, then this incident is not going to work out. Revise another incident, take another incident from question number 1 and proceed. But if your answer is no for question number 4, we will proceed for question number 5. Question number 5. Do you agree that you should have taken a different method to correct them so that they wouldn't have been hurt? Just think about the way of correction you actually did that time. Are you 100% satisfied how you correct him, or you think that you can have a different method? Now, coming to the decision part, next question, the next step. What changes you think are required in you? What changes you think are required in you to make your way of correcting others better? You have questions in front of you. You can take a screenshot, keep these questions with you. These are important questions because I will give some homeworks to you for these questions today. We will share these questions again if required. So you just come out of your feelings now. Now, answering question number 5. Question number 5 was the last, or question number 6? The last question. That what changes you think you require to get in yourself? This is your action plan. Let me complete the story which I started in the beginning. Didi Manmohini and Dadi Prakashmani. The person, anyone in Brahma Kumaris, till the time they they haven't met Didi Manmohini, they used to think that Didi is headstrong lady, Didi is over disciplined, Didi will hurt me, her corrections will make me go to the tension. So they used to reject not to go close. But those who at least once gone close to Didi Manmohini, they find although Didi used to give corrections with a very strong words, but it was not hurting ever, ever. That Dadi Prakashmani, when she asked this question to Didi Manmohini, Didi replied, you know, I never think that I am correcting them. That Dadi said that I take care 100 times before I speak. I used to feel if they will get hurt, I should use this word or this way or that way. And still people getting hurt by me. And you use direct words and nobody get hurt because of you. So Didi said, this is the problem. What's the problem? Didi said, before correcting itself, internally you are thinking they will get hurt. Number one, you are generating those hurtful vibrations. They will get hurt, they will get hurt, they will get hurt. And that is why I should use new words. I should, caring others is good, but creating a negative feeling inside is wrong. Number two, Didi said, I never give correction to anybody. Who am I to give correction? The organization is based on God's teaching. God is there to teach everyone. Who am I to correct them? I never correct. I never think I am correcting anyone. I think I am supporting them to reach their perfection. I always think I have to support them to reach their perfect stage. Number three, before I give corrections to anybody, I accept that this is their method. They might not be aware of the other method. Let me inform them the other method. And this is why, although she was very instantaneous to give corrections, very disciplined, very tough using words, but still she was adorable. Still, everybody was fan of her. Still, if there is choice between Dari Prakash Mani and Didi Manmohini, people used to go to Didi Manmohini, although she was very, very, very strong in giving corrections. People you love to get corrected from her. People love to get correct themselves. So this is coming from here. What is my purpose of correcting them? You got few questions. And I know you have written some answers, but still I will say, I will really request you go through these questions once again, twice again, thrice again today, and rewrite your answers. Rewrite and rewrite. You will find your answers will change. Especially question number 2, question number 5, and question number 6. Think about it and rewrite. Tomorrow, we will be talking about motives of correction. Why I am trying to correct people. Other thing, to whom I have to correct. Sometimes I have to correct my elders. Sometimes I have to correct my youngers. Or sometimes my contemporary, my equals. So, is there any different set of mind so that I can correct these three levels of these three types of people? So we will be talking all these things. We'll discuss these things tomorrow. But still, I really request you to do this homework. Go through these questionnaires once again. I will request my team to actually have the questions are actually shared here in the chat box, and still we will share these questions on a screen while we will have a break for 3 minutes. You can take a screenshot, keep these questions, write on paper, do anything. Revise these questions 2 3 times today. Rewrite your answer for question number 2, question number 5, and question number 6. So, this is all for today. We are half the way for this session. Don't think I am correcting you. I am giving my views for correction, which I have learned in this spiritual organization, because corrections are very spiritual method. The whole world is going based on corrections only. We cannot deny correction. Let us find a new method of correcting others. So, thanks for this session. I will request for our team to announce the announcements. Hope to see you again tomorrow, 11:15. Please don't be late. Thank you so much.